Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Brock, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather. As we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And we're off and running from Tokyo. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. And his first pass falls incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He throws a bullet to the center of the field.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going. Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Catch is made in close. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now he's York to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Now it's a bootleg for him. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 35 out of that one. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 2nd and 14 now. Escapes the pocket. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. That's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Daniels to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And it's out of bounds. Took a bounce, and it's going to be marked right along the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He lets one fly deep downfield. It is caught at the 20. And he flips the field for that before being taken down.
You know, Ken, you have to talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Sending a receiver left. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 13. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They'll try him left side. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans hold a slim 2-point lead early. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Texans push their lead to 3. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown. The Texans make it a 9-point advantage. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he gets him around 6 there. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Jump off caught by his back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
Third and short, Daniels. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders reduce the lead to just 4. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left, brought in inside the 20. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Texans make it a 9-point advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The running back gets it on the draw. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Texans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. All right, defense did its job. Forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Back-to-back carries here. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That good. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. He's dropping back to throw. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the game. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Running for it again. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 3-possession lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? To throw, Daniels. He has the 1st over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Play fake here. Daniels bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Texans get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's going to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. He's on the move. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a give running right. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running back, motioning right. That's taken in by Etienne. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing off the play fake here. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. All right, back to the ground game here. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. One last play before the break. Here's a give up the middle. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is York to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds Kincaid. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Oh, about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets this forward to the 19.
A gain of 27 more yards. That's another Texans.
They'll run here on 1st down. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Hauled in left side. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And in for the touchdown. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Texans make it a 24-point ball game. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it.
He's got it deep downfield. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. that one right down the middle. And the Texans grow their lead yet again. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 28. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Working inside the red zone. Got his target, it's Baker. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. They made it a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve third down and 4. Man in motion here. Third and short, Daniels. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now Daniels to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
You're good on the point after. And the Commanders get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points.
Commanders 21. Cade York to kick off.
Now he's York to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Airing it out to start this drive. Launches one deep downfield. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And what a hit there. Oh, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. Down the sideline of the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. Working quickly here. Play action on 1st down. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
You know, they really love that play because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This one's caught. And this one does not go far.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running this one off right. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Texans continue piling it on here in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans continue piling onto this lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they pick him off again. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Texans take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute night.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They're going play action. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And they send a man in motion. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's throwing deep to the left side. It is caught at the 20. And he's in. Touchdown. The Texans throwing 6 more on the blowout. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
He has it, and he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're all over him again. He's dropped stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. To throw, Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has it downfield, working the left. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Texans continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one right down the middle. And the Texans continue adding on to that lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast. Another carry for him. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. From the gun, it's Daniels. We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Running it now out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Throwing now, Daniels. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Play fake here, Daniels. And they pick him off again! Has room down the left sideline. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Start turning it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Back to the well again. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. So it's a win for the Texans. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for my partner, Brock Hewitt, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as with that, we'll say sayonara from Tokyo.